welcome to Gemstone Tarot for the weekend of the 9th and the 10th of May 2020. Valenby joins us. Wow, it's hard to know which side to go to. We are looking briefly at the almanac. Almanac. The almanac. For May 2020. And we are looking, keeping it sweet, we're looking at charm of the month, okay? Primroses for the fairies. I love that. Belief in fairies was strong throughout the British Isles well into the 19th century. And I'm going to do some bad pronunciation, okay? So apologies to everybody. From the Eos Sith of Scotland and the Eos Sai of Ireland to the Tylwyth Teg of Wales. Please leave a comment in the comments section if you know how to pronounce any of those words. We now think of fairies as winged, delicate, harmless little creatures, but the fairies of old were very much earthbound. A bit like Brian and Wendy Frood, actually, Heart of the Fairy Oracle. And their dark side was strong. The dark side is strong in this one. And while they could bring luck and blessings, they were also fickle and easily angered. I like the idea of these fairies, actually. As well as not being, okay, it's getting dark, as well as not being averse to some child kidnapping or swapping changelings for healthy children. Let's just gloss over that bit. Sources claim either the first 3 days of May or May Day Eve as the time when fairies' wicked tendencies came to the fore. Despite the title, Shakespeare's Midsummer Night's Dream, which has put about the idea that midsummer is when fairies and humans intermingle. It's like fairy Tinder. It's actually set on May Day Eve. This is actually set on May Day Eve. They could be expected to make a foray to at least steal some butter. Well, Valentine does that. I know, it's disgusting. We can't even, yeah. If not your actual firstborn. In a treasury of British folklore, D.D. Cheney writes that primroses have a particular power against fairies, and no fairies can pass them, so they should be scattered along the threshold during the first few days of May. There you go. There you go, Valentine. So that's why Valentine's always licking the butter. I know. I'm sure I've told you this before, but yeah. The time that I caught her doing that is that time where the penny drops, where you think to yourself, that's not the first time. That's not the first time. Oh. Okay. It's funny because Valentine is, you know how some cats steal food? She's not one of those cats. Her mum is. Her mum has a thing for pepperoni, sweet chilli and curry, tikka masala. That's what she likes, and strawberry yoghurt. Valentine just likes butter. Brian and Wendy Frood, Heart of the Fairy Oracle, we're going to kick off with that. Because they're fairy cards and we've got a little fairy theme that's just kind of going on. What do we need to know about the weekend, Brian and Wendy Frood? Hearts of my bottom oracle. A few of you have written into me saying that these cards are now really expensive. God, when I bought them from a little seaside town and they were in a shop and I think they were £17. I know, it's weird, isn't it, how that happens? Ooh. Oh, this is really nice, people. Okay. Brian and Wendy Frood in Heart of the Fairy Oracle have 3 cards which are not, they're not in the book. What they do is they have 3 cards that are a bit like jokers, and the tarot reader themselves, over the time of having these cards, gets to know them and comes up with what they are. Okay, this particular one, I love this because it's a fairy who sits like she's having a really good laugh with her friends in the pub, okay? It's getting comfortable in your own skin. It's being who you are unapologetically. There may be some tension over this weekend about who you're supposed to be and who you really are underneath. And it looks like who you really are underneath might win. because we also have the hidden one. I love this card. The hidden one is like a Jekyll and Hyde character who, when you're walking through the forest, is disguised as a tree and has that kind of skittish, impy quality that we were talking about in the almanac. And she has that mischievous side where she kind of goes, ha ha ha, and sticks out her leg and trips over the silly human and gets a bit of a kick out of it. It's that kind of thing. But also the hidden one, maybe about our own hidden dark side, okay? I mean, we were talking about the fairies' dark side. Everybody has a dark side, or the dark side of what's going on at the moment. I'm feeling there's a lot of dark side, shadow and light, okay? It's my shadow and light DJ disco dance from the early 2000s. Okay. Then we get the Smith, and the Smith is gorgeous. The Smith is like Hephaestus in the Greek mythology, one of the Olympian gods who made all the beds and like made stuff. But apart from the fact that he made stuff, I'm pretty sure that he ended up with Aphrodite or something. Even though he was a bit plain, he was 100% reliable as a person, and that's why he could do all the ironmongery and all the hammering and make things that last. He was a person that would last, okay? The Smith is about establishing what is commitment, what is promises, what is an oath. It's the oath card. Where's the oath? Where's the truth? What's your truth? How are you providing that for others? How are they providing it for you? These things may come up as we go through the various transitions that we're going through as a society at the moment. It's a question of who's with me and who am I with? Now that may be physically, it's definitely emotionally, it may be financial, who knows? Everybody is recalibrating. Okay, then we get the gift. I love the gift. The gift is this woman who's wearing this kind of masculine antler mask, and then here she has the shape of an egg, and it's this sort of missing egg, the invisible egg, that is the gift as to what she's giving, okay? There is a hidden gift in this. And we also have the Fairy of Despair, which is the Fairy of Hope. This is the Fairy of Despair. That is the Fairy of Hope flying out of the Fairy of Despair. Shadow and light, okay? Out of this shadow is flittering off something really rather good. It's kind of a bit like a sort of fairy lantern thing. A fairy lantern thing. What do I want? I want oracle cards, actually. This is weird. We're doing a weird reading today. It's a one-off, we won't always do this. Oh, by the way, do sign up for my newsletter. There is a free pick a card reading if you do. It's a destiny reading for any star sign. It's good, actually. So the link will be in the description box below. You just click it, you say yes, and it sends you the video. It's cool. Right, what do we need to know? What do we need to know, Valley Boo? Ooh. Oh, there's the shadow. What's this one? I knew it would be the light. Right, okay. Fire and ice. The Fire Prince. Optimism and aggression. Quite like that. It's very yang. It's very... The Ice Queen. Absolute opposite. The feminine. Ideas preserved, non-action and entitlement. So we have the two kind of extremes of fire and ice. We've got this shadow and light. And in the middle, like the hammock of this, obsession, the hungry ghost, obsession, scarcity mentality, attachment. This is between attachment and detachment. It's between shadow and light, and it's finding your way. But I do feel like it's not entirely in our control as well. I feel like some of it is gifted. It's important, remember the card about being in your own skin. It's important that whatever happens, you know who you are and where you are. And also it's going to become increasingly important, you know who's with you. You know who's inside the tent, as it were. I always, what are these called? Healing with the Angels, oracle cards. I know, been a while, hasn't it? My brain is like, yeah, I wasn't brilliant before at remembering things, but it's not even really trying now. Oh, I like this. This is good. A little triumvirate. A triptych, a triumvirate. Signs. Look out for signs of light coming out, okay? That can be orbs, it can be feathers, it can be whatever it is for you. The other day a rainbow came through the cat flap. That was cool. It was just, the cat flap is just disgusting, you know, because it's a cat flap, but it was kind of slightly open, and on the tiled floor, the sun came through or something, and through the thing, I don't know how it did it scientifically, it's a little rainbow. I was like, that's nice. Serenity. Accepting the shadow and the light as equal partners. And harmony. Finding the third way in between, okay? Leave me a comment, let me know how it resonates. Do sign up for the newsletter, get your free pick a card reading. Follow me on Instagram, Gemstone Tarot. I'll see you soon. Namaste.